Whatever they did to Ross, it's bad. I have to stop him.
Captain America caught without his wings.
As unbelievable as it may seem, the MCU's multiverse saga will be tearing through its climactic act in 2025. Marvel Studios is obviously attempting to get to the highly anticipated Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers, Secret Wars as soon as possible after a couple box office setbacks, mixed viewership for exclusive Disney shows, and controversy regarding the saga's last Thanos-equivalent villain. Marvel is kicking off 2025 with 3 massive ensemble films and 2 high-profile television series, the first of which is Captain America, Brave New World, following a relatively quiet 2024 that included 1 highly successful film and a few TV series. The goal of Captain America, Brave New World is to do a lot in a short period of time. Its mission is to pick up where Sam Wilson's, Anthony Mackie, Disney series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, left off, in addition to following one of the MCU's best trilogies. Marvel Studios has also determined that Captain America, Brave New World should complete the unfinished business left by The Incredible Hulk and Eternals, 2 of the MCU's less popular ventures, as if that weren't enough pressure. Don't worry if you enjoy those movies and find my assessment offensive. Captain America, Brave New World might be among the worst in the multi-decade series. Months after the events of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson has finally accepted his inherited nickname as the new Captain America when Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, retired. This is the setting for Captain America, Brave New World. Wilson has not accepted Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross Harrison Ford, the recently elected President of the United States and a former foe of his and his fellow anti-Sokovia Accords Avengers. Wilson and Ross are both prepared to let the past go, but tensions rise once more when a long-lost antagonist from the MCU's past reappears to carry out a lethal plot that has been planned for more than 10 years. Since Captain America, The Winter Soldier is one of the best movies in the MCU, much alone the best Captain America movie, it makes sense that Captain America, Brave New World will strive to follow in its footsteps with an espionage plot that involves sleeper agents and long-standing government secrets. Unfortunately, despite the film's timeless themes of excessive government power and unjustified surveillance, Captain America, Brave New World seems to be saying little more than bad government is bad. With the exception of the occasional cameo needed by the MCU, there are hardly no twists and turns in the 4th Captain America movie. Espionage stories are what make them live or die. It is among the most annoyingly formulaic films that Marvel has ever made. The movie could compensate for this by providing some exciting action, but Captain America, Brave New World doesn't even manage to achieve that. According to the figures, the action set pieces are all extremely basic and fall far short of the imaginative and visceral quality of the iconic confrontations from the first 2 Captain America movies. The Red Hulk climax is the sole noteworthy exception, and while it is entertaining to watch, it is not really impressive. The narrative framework isn't the only aspect of the poor writing. Some of the worst dialogue yet to appear in the MCU may also be found in Captain America, Brave New World. From beginning to end, the MCU adventure is uncommonly unfunny due to the constant use of poor one-liners. Speaking of atypical, Anthony Mackie, who usually exudes charisma with ease, comes across as unduly reticent in this role. Aside from a few quips about previous Falcon and Winter Soldier characters, this version of Sam Wilson is remarkably uninteresting, and the rigid explanatory dialogue certainly doesn't help. The same can be said with Giancarlo Esposito's Sidewinder and Shira Haas's Ruth Bat Seraph, who both seem like completely unnecessary and dull supporting characters that contribute nothing at all to the movie or the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fortunately, a few of the other characters do have slightly better outcomes. Harrison Ford is essentially playing Harrison Ford. He is not attempting to mimic Ross's old act, William Hurt. Ford does, however, give a hitherto unlikable character a great deal of humanity. For Carl Lumbly's Isaiah Bradley, who provides the movie's nearly sole source of thematic weight and emotion with yet another impassioned performance as a genuinely dark and tragic figure. Humanity is the name of the game, as Joaquin Torres, Sam's ward, Danny Ramirez is also given a lot more responsibility and, all things considered, does have some respectable enough humor. Tim Blake Nelson finally makes his appearance in the MCU as the leader. Although the conspiracy plot is complicated and dubious, he is a respectable addition to the franchise that foreshadows some exciting future events. It's no secret that Captain America, Brave New World had a number of lengthy reshoot processes, which may either make the final product blatantly contradictory or serve as a lifeline for many excellent feature films. The latter is true for the fourth Captain America movie. In addition to the peculiar plot and pacing choices, Captain America has several obvious technical issues. Fearless, the majority of the scenes in Captain America 4 appear to have been green screen shot. This is expected for large, sweeping action scenes, but it also applies to simple dialogue exchanges involving only two actors, which is not only unattractive to look at but also a clear indication of reshoots. The technical issues of Captain America, Brave New World are far from over, despite the gaudy green screen. The movie almost proudly displays some computer-generated imagery, CGI, effects, which perpetuate the pattern that high-quality visual effects aren't given much attention in Hollywood blockbusters. It's nearly perplexing how they make everything in the movie appear phony and manufactured. The 2008 picture The Incredible Hulk features more lifelike computer-generated imagery monsters than a film released nearly 2 decades later. Let's just say that Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, First Steps are currently under more pressure than Captain America, Brave New World, which is not the 2025 start that Marvel fans may have hoped for. The movie is more reminiscent of Sony's botched attempts to produce its own Marvel films than it is of the earlier installments that helped shape the MCU into what it is today. Captain America, Brave New World loses sight of what made its main character a relatable fan favorite in its attempt to do too much at once. Rather, what we get is a Marvel film that is as frustrating as it is forgettable, a story that is as complicated as it is dull, and uninspired visuals. It would have been acceptable if this had been a random C-list Marvel hero, but for a figure as admired as Captain America, it is a major letdown. That concludes our review for today, but the discussion is far from over. For more, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more videos. Keep the magic of movies alive until the next time, signing off from FK BYTES.